the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. What's happening? What's happening? What is happening? I'm doing a little double duty on this midnight madness. Great morning, great morning, great morning. As I just got finished, everybody on my channel, make sure y'all hit them buttons. Everybody over here in True Hawk Talk, what's up, man? I'm running through True Hawk Talk on Facebook, and we also run it through the channel Truth with a two TV. Um, I want to first of all, Hawks got the ass whooped. 117, 101. Um, you can't. There's a bunch of shit you can't do, man, and win basketball and win basketball games. You know, you can't. Tree, what's going on? You can't. And Tree, you know this. Fly. You can't turn the ball over 20 times, miss 10 free throws, and beat anybody. That's what happened. You can't do that. I mean, it just you can't do that. See here, what's happening? You can't do that. Now I know there's a lot of other shit, going on. When it comes to the Hawks, a lot of shit going on. Motherfuckers want to fire Quinn Snyder, okay, and then still the fallout and the backlash from the trade and all that shit there, and folks losing their shit, and but just to the basketball part, you can't do that. You can't turn the ball over 20 times and miss 10 free throws and beat anybody. You, you can't do that. I mean, it ain't rock. Look, it ain't rocket science. It don't take somebody with a whole lot of. You don't have to have a whole lot of sense to come up with that. You just can't do it. What I saw tonight, is the Hawks fell in love with the three, but the three wasn't in love with them. And then they wanted to get into a 3-point shooting contest. Portland making theirs, we missing ours. Um, our defense was shitty in the second half. Um, we didn't we didn't challenge them enough to me. Um, I was kind of watching Jalen a little bit tonight because it's been some claims from a lot of people in the fan base by him being soft, SAFT soft or SOFT soft. I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna go into whether he's soft or not, but I will say this. Jalen, you giving us reason to think that. If you're not soft, you're giving us if he having watched Jalen, if you're not soft, you give reason to think that. All right. Everybody know what you can do. I didn't know that he led the NBA in total rebounds. I didn't know that. So I mean, it's obvious we can't disregard what he brings to the flow. Um, but another thing, when you lose games, all this type of shit come out. Uh, when you lose games, fuck. You got time for that? Damn, that poltergeist shit. Excuse me, y'all. Never mind. But back to Jalen. Um, what you don't want to do is give your fans reason to think that. Um, I ain't gonna put too much in there. We went on the road trip. We went 2-2. Uh, I can already I already know it's some crashing out going on, boy. Boy, I wish I could tune in and we talk house. Shout out to the mom to my man Demond. I know they. Oh boy, I already know it's long. It done got heated over there and we talk hawks. Those some goddamn fools over there, boy. And if y'all not subscribed to We Talk Hawks, y'all better subscribe to it. That hey, I don't watch no other Hawks podcast but that one, and that's a bunch of them, and my own when I talk about them. But y'all gotta make sure y'all got to make sure y'all tune in, tap in with them. Um, if you're not already tapped in with them, because they be out and now, and boy, they got some different personalities on that motherfucker, Jack. But you can't. But I really like the Hawks team right now. Um, we got rid of Trey ass. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Um, and now I can see, but I can see the direction that this team is and possibly going in. Um, I really like the makeup of this team. And now, even if they do no trades, because the AD shit is still alive. Um, I like the makeup of this team. Only thing I need is for Porzingis to be able to give us something. I mean, I already knew about his health situation when we got him, so I mean, I was like, okay, it is what it is. But Porzingis be able to give us something. I can see this team possibly fucking somebody's whole season up as a sixth or seventh or eighth seed. Um, in round one, I'm not gonna go out here and make no crazy ass bungee jump prediction and say we're gonna win the whole fucking NBA title. I mean, unless you trade for a guy like AD. Now, once people get all out of that, all off that injury shit with AD, I'm gonna tell you what I find funny how motherfuckers be all on AD by his injury by his injury situation. He AD ain't no different from like at least 10 other stars with rings and and hardware. He ain't no different than motherfuckers like Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, his teammate, who currently out now, Kawhi, not Kawhi Leonard. What's the boy name that won the ring with LeBron? Point guard. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Kyrie Irving, Durant. The majority of stars stay hurt some kind of way. Something wrong with them. Something ailing. Bunch of them. Look at Embiid. Look at Simmons. Look at the oldest ball boy. Look at the oldest ball boy. So when I hear people fly, when I hear people going on AD for being hurt, I'm like, okay, join the club. All them niggas fragile. Ain't no nigga built like us, Fly. They built different. So motherfuckers, they try to make him the poster boy for being hurt. He ain't nowhere near that. Y'all kiss Kawhi Leonard ass, and Kawhi Leonard should be arrested for grand larceny. All the money he done stole in the last 5 to 7 years. I mean, that can't be argued. Now, if they make a certain move, you know what? I'll disagree with you a little bit on that. They get everybody off the goddamn injured list and have some consistency with this group with CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. No. But that's a fair statement about them being playing at best. Now, if they do what I'm hearing may possibly done, well, you send Luke Kennard, Chris Stapps, I think I'm probably send them a pick down in 2032 or something like that. For AD, AD come back, because really all the thing we'll need AD for down the stretch anyway. Yeah, I know he out. That starting lineup can be a problem. AD, Jalen Johnson, Zach, Dyson, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Now you got McCollum, Vic Krejci, Obey, young fella Abel, and Onyeka coming off the bench. That could be a problem. That could be a problem as long as they stay healthy. I'm gonna go to Quinn Snyder real quick. Quinn Snyder. Shit, you can throw the goddamn the Raptors in there too. A lot of folks looking past the Raptors, Fly. A lot of folks looking past the Raptors now. You throw them in there too. Because the Raptors kicked our ass good. No, actually we didn't miss 10 free throws. I'm wrong. We missed 7. It seemed like hell. But hell, that's still too many. They out. No. Hold on. Wait a minute. That's a lie. The Blazers missed 7 free throws, and it's saying we only missed 5. I'm sorry, y'all. I was wrong. We only missed 5. Hell, well, McCollum missed 4 of them. Oh, okay. My bad. Few things Quinn need to tighten up on. Now, I ain't trying to fire him like a lot of other motherfuckers is. It ain't that deep with me. It ain't got that deep with me yet. I don't get into his rotations. One thing I'd never do is get into a coach rotation because I can, as a coach, as a coach, the rotation thing it's a it's a it's a filling out. Tree, you know what I'm talking about because you played the game. It's a filling out thing. Like sometimes, a lot of times, coaches go on their vibes with their rotation. When I say rotation, meaning like how you gonna sub guys in and out, and who gonna and in the regular rotation. I ain't talking about starting five. You starting five pretty much set unless you got unless you got two guys battling it out. You know, um, no, he ain't back though, Nate. You wrong on that one, Fly. I mean, I'm sitting at the crib chilling. No, that wasn't Snyder. He said, no, you know what, Fly? In fact, in fact, I remember I was on vacation with his family when they called him. Quinn Snyder was on vacation with his family because he had said he wasn't going to coach. At least that year. They pulled that man off vacation. Now, the shit with Nate, the, the, the shit with Nate was some internal shit. Bottom line, Nate got fired because he didn't get along with Trae Young. We're going to call it for what it is. Nate got fired because he didn't get along with Trae Young. Same reason Pierce got fired. He didn't get along with Trae Young. Now, Snyder did get along with Trae Young. Now Trae gone. Go figure. We get rid of we get rid of two coaches for you that you don't like. But now you get a coach in here that you sound like. I had a problem with that. Hold on. You get with a guy who you so-called like, and now you gone, and he's still here. Now, I ain't understanding at all. Because they could have let Prunty finish out the season. See, the Hawks front office out here listening to these dumbass fans because they wanted Nate gone so bad. He a dinosaur coach, and he got these antiquated ass rules. God rest God rest Eddie Carswell. So that was Eddie right there. He got all these antiquated ass rules. Uh, um, uh, all he do is up there with his arms folded. I'm like, y'all some simple thinking ass motherfuckers. Uh, um, Nate went to the front office. They could have been already talking to Snyder, but see what happened was Nate had went to front office and had basically gave them his resignation. They talked Nate into staying. So when they talked Nate into staying, Nate gave them time to go and find a coach. So I found all this out later on. Nate already knew he was a dead man walking. He was ready to be done. This was like, because they fired Nate in January sometime. I think, late January, early February, somewhere close to the All-Star break. So Nate gave them time to go find somebody. That's why they had to rush and get Snyder in here. Even though all they had to do was just fire Nate and let Prunty coach the team the rest of the year, and then you could do your proper due diligence in your head coaching search. So I'm not disputing that. They probably was talking, but he didn't back donate. That shit was Nate was already up the hill. He was already up the hill, and he was ready to submit his resignation because he was tired of having to deal with fucking Trae Young ass. I'm gonna call it for what it is. People gonna get mad, cuss me out, call me all kind of names. I done went through all that shit. I really, I really give zero fucks when it comes to that. Um, And that's the part that I was going to talk about. Let's go to Trae Young. Trae Young probably top 5 to 7 most polarizing guys that ever played. Laced them up for Atlanta, whether you played for Braves, Hawks, Falcons, Dream United, and even the 2 hockey teams that was here, Thrashers, Flames. He's probably top 5 to 7 most polarizing individuals. It was a whole lot of drama surrounding Rayford Young III. Good, bad, indifferent, however you want to view it, however you choose to view it. Um, the conversation about Trae Young kind of similar to the LeBron Jordan fiasco of a fucking argument, the frivolous ass argument. The subject of him is so divisive. It is extremely divisive. A lot of us done got caught up in the heated conversations. I know I forget life because Fly, you know me. You already know how I move. Hey, I don't cut my tongue for nobody, and I'm despised for it. Go figure. Yeah, I'm despised for it. But that's cool. That's cool. Cause see, unlike Trae Young, I can embrace being the bad guy. See, you had that guy here. You had that guy here. He wanted to be the bad guy. He wanted to do bad guy things, but he didn't want to embrace being the bad guy unless he playing in New York, unless we playing the Knicks. But any other time, it's why you're hating on him so much. Well, guess what? The bad guys normally get hated. You want to be the bad guy, but you don't want to wear hate. It's a criteria of being a star. If you're a so-called star, it's a criteria of being a star. A lot of people think Dominique wasn't hated. Yes, fuck he was, and probably more than Trae, because unlike Trae, Dominique fought with the city during the season and in the off season. Trae don't fuck with the season during the off season. Yeah, will he show up at a United game and hit the horn or walk in the Braves game with a Trae Young jersey on? I mean, with a Michael Harris jersey on. I'm not saying he didn't do that. I'm not saying he's never done anything in Atlanta, because before somebody come at me about that. But compared to Dominique, he didn't fuck with the city like that. And so when Nick was here, he fucked with the city and he was out hanging out with us. So he was amongst, you know, us out there hanging out. The ATL in the late ATL from 88 to about 90. ATL from 88 to 98 was the best time ever at ATL. Cause you had so much shit going on, bro. You had the hip hop scene starting to finally starting to finally take shape here. Then you had I mean, you had a lot of people. The movie scene was first started to come up in here, and then you finally had a couple of the teams playing well. Braves started playing well. Had prime time here with the Falcons, and the Braves. You had with the Hawks, and then you had Moses Malone them come in here for a few ticks, and then you had Freak Nick and all that shit there, Jack the Rappers Convention, and it was just Atlanta was the hottest place to be. Then you had the Olympics coming here in '96, so Atlanta was a hottest place to be, and Neek used to be out, and Neek, a lot of shit used to go on with Neek. Neek used to bump. Hell, me and Neek done bumped heads. Me and Neek done bumped heads. Not lip bumped heads. We done bumped heads. So, but I'm cool with it. But the average cat might not be. So Neek had a long story short, Neek was hated a lot here. We just it it couldn't be put out there like that because it wasn't no fucking social media in 1989 through 1998. But a lot of Trey Young fans feels as if though he is the most hated Hawk ever, and that's some of the most ridiculously dumb shit ever. First of all, he ain't win enough to be hated like that. You got to win more to be hated. Nobody's just gonna straight up come out and hate a loser. And Trey, for the most part, was a loser while he was here. Did he play well at times? Absolutely. Did he play like shit at times? Absolutely. Was he deserving of being an all-star the 4 times that he went? Absolutely. But here's the blind truth about 3 of those 4 times that he went. Even though I felt like he was deserving, the rest of the league didn't. 3 of those 4 times that he went, it took 2, 3 motherfuckers to get hurt for him to get the call. And each and every time he went, each and every time he agreed to do it, I called him a fucking fool for it. Now you tell them thanks, but no thanks. You tell them thanks, but no thanks, bro. No, it ain't going down like that. They already coming now. See, that's the thing. Niggas already got no season tickets now. Jalen Johnson is a legitimate MVP candidate. Not last week and a half. He been playing like he been arguing with his broad or something. Jalen Johnson is a legitimate MVP candidate. But the Hawks got to start winning more, or else he's not. They're not gonna pay him any attention. Jalen Johnson gonna put asses in the seat. Zachary Ricochet, that I'm gonna tell you something. That's gonna be the one to do it because he was the number 1 overall pick in the draft, and he's from France, and they got a big he got a big following. So folks gonna come see him. A lot of them cats already got, like I said, you got a lot of them cats got their season tickets, and they ain't gonna give them up. Niggas like Boosie. Boosie love going in there looking like a goddamn fool, dancing like a goddamn fool. He gets off on that. That makes his night. Shit. Goddamn, Fly. You hell, bro. You expecting a motherfucker to be that nigga? Are you talking about in terms of popularity? I mean, them foreign, hey, them Euros, them motherfuckers got a major following, bro. You gotta think about it. Gotta think about it. Who are the best players in basketball right now? Think about who the best players in basketball right now. You just mentioned SGA. He's from Canada. His first cousin, is Nickeil Alexander Walker with the Hawks. Giannis. He's from over there. Jokic from over there. Luka from over there. A healthy Embiid from down there. Those are your best players in the NBA. The boy Wemby, from over there. The last 2 or 3 number 1 overall picks in the draft from over there. I just mentioned Zachary Reese, the guy that went behind him from over there. Shit. The Clippers didn't draft him though. I think the Hornets drafted him and traded him. I think he got moved twice. I want to say the Hornets drafted him. The Hornets, no, they done fucked up. You look at the motherfuckers they done drafted. I'll be honest with you. I think he got the most upside of anybody on the Hawks right now. Zachary Reese. Motherfucker 6'10", with handles, can play the 2, the 3, or the 4. I think the city might just be getting to him a little bit. You move a 19-year-old motherfucker like that to Atlanta and just turn him loose. Cause if you notice when he first got drafted, he was sitting up there, with little curly hair, little curly afro, little innocent looking French kid. Now he got cornrows. You feel what I'm saying? He got cornrows now, Fly. This city do that. Our city do that to folks. We used to it. We used to it. Let me see here. Who drafted him? Yeah, the Hornets drafted him. The Hornets drafted him in 2018 with the 11th pick. Same draft Trae Young was in, by the way. Trae Young and Luka. The Hornets. The Hornets drafted him and Kobe Bryant. Oh boy. But getting back to Trae Young, because I ain't finna get this. I ain't finna make this just a straight up Trae Young bash session. I ain't finna bash him. So it's been a lot of people on social media, Facebook. I mostly deal with Facebook. I got Instagram, TikTok, all that shit. I don't know how to use it. And of course, I got to be on YouTube, which is like I said, running on my channel. Everybody out there OG Truth TV, man, make sure y'all hit them buttons, man. Make sure y'all hit them buttons, like, share, subscribe. Y'all already know how we do, man. I'm on the drive for 5, baby. On the drive for 5. Just went over 3. The dude just got traded, and he's one of the most talked about guys in the NBA. Trae Young. The media won't let it rest. The media talking about it, podcasts talking about it. You got Gilbert Arenas with his dumb ass. He has said the most ridiculously dumb shit ever. Gilbert Arenas is saying Trae Young leaves and be out for a few games, and okay, you win a few games, so now you're better without Trae Young. Newsflash, you dumb motherfucker. Hell yeah, we better without Trae Young. Because the part that you didn't put up was Trae went out in game, what, 4? 3 or 4. When he left out hurt, he was 1-3. When he came back, when he came back, we played 7 games with him. We went 0-7 in those games. So that made us 1-10 with him. I may be a game off or 2. If I am, my God, just correct me. Everything is cool. But I think everybody get my drift on this. We were 1-10 or between 1-8 and 1-10 with him. And you're like 5 or 6 games over 500 without him. So yes, we are a better team. If we 8 games under 500 with him and 6 games under 500 without him, yes, we are a better team without Trae Young. Arenas, the fuck. And Gilbert, all that slick shit about, because they see this type of shit fly, because I'm on YouTube. So it'll get to them. Gilbert, to me, it's hard. I find it hard to take a motherfucker seriously who goddamn fucked up the bag, pulling out his gun with another dumb motherfucker in a locker room, in an NBA locker room, drawing guns on each other. Hey, and the only good thing about it, you wasn't half as dumb as he was, because that dummy went out there and got into a fucking gay drive-by shooting on Cleveland Avenue and missed the motherfucker who he was shooting at and hit an innocent person and killed him. Gilbert, shut the fuck up. Love your show though. I watch that show whenever I get a chance. But a lot of these podcasters and content creators and all that shit, they keeping that shit going. So what I'm trying to say um, to everybody out there in social media land, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, y'all can't stop folks from goddamn bringing up Trae Young. The trade ain't even 2 weeks old. What the fuck? And see, and the only motherfuckers fly who crying about him being brought up are those who wouldn't be quiet if the opposite had happened. If the opposite had happened, where Trae Young inked a multi-year deal, them motherfuckers would not them motherfuckers wouldn't let us live it down. The so-called Trae haters or the coalition. That's funny. So don't get no. Hey, listen. Don't get mad now because the rabbit got the gun. All these goddamn headshots that me and a lot of my crew took when it came to him, and it got to the point, Tree, it got so bad when motherfuckers was shitting on other players. That's why I started going in. One of the reasons I started going on Trae Young, because a lot of his lovers and supporters start shitting on coaches and other players and not holding him accountable for shit. Even all the motherfucker never accountable for shit all the way until when he walked out the door in his exit statement. And when I mentioned the other day about how you got motherfuckers still around here goddamn going hard for this cat, and this cat basically gave them his ass to kiss on the way out the door and didn't even thank them. The motherfuckers who defend him, he got to thank me, because I know I've been on his ass. I've been on his ass like flies on shit, dog, and I can't find 3 fucks to give how a motherfucker feel. So he don't owe me a thank you. I'm talking about owing a thank you to the motherfuckers who was going hard for him. And when I brought that up, to a person the other day. Motherfucker got mad at me for bringing that up to him. Those are the folks who mad. But them the same folks. See, y'all thought I was gonna bring this back up. Y'all remember the little jabs y'all was throwing at me when Herder got traded? Anthony Corey. When Capella got traded, love you to death, but one Lamar Turner. When Dre Hunter got traded, Jamal Barber. Now y'all want me to be quiet when Trey gets traded? Ha! Ha! All them headshots I took. And guess what? I took them. And I told all of y'all the same shit. It wasn't just those three guys that was coming at me, but they just three that I remembered. It ain't nothing personal. But I remember all them headshots. Chris Gibson. I remember all the headshots. I'm talking. I, I'm bringing up those who don't throw the headshots at me. Chris Wilson, crying ass. That motherfucker that need to endorse Kleenex. I'm just bringing up the folks who threw shots at me. Marion Franks. Yeah, we had a little dust up the other day, and we talked it out. But I can't let you slide on the shots that they got thrown my way. Now y'all want me to be quiet. All them headshots, motherfuckers had a field day on me when Herder got traded. Had a bigger field day on me when Nate got fired. Kept the field day going when Travis Schlink got fired. These are guys that I either didn't I either supported or I just didn't want to trade them like them. Hunter, Capella, all those guys, Hunter, Capella, Schlink, Nate McMillan. When all those guys got 86 up out here, motherfuckers couldn't wait to throw them shots. And I said, okay. I mean, we all know the saying. He who laughs last, laughs the loudest. Now we laughing the loudest. Now y'all want us to invoke our right to remain silent. Man, eat a dick. I can say that after midnight. Fuck your feelings. Folks ain't gonna stop talking about him. Even besides all of that. Because we all still Hawks fans. We all listen. Stop telling folks that they fake fans. You sound dumb as fuck. DeMario, Baker. Stop calling folk fake fans, bro. I really got love for that nigga. Lou, stop telling folks to go join another team because they wouldn't join in with you your love or your affections for Trae Young. He gone. Yeah. But people gonna continue to talk about him. We gonna continue to talk about him. Us content creators gonna definitely talk about him. It's content. So fuck your feelings. You got a problem with it? Hey, scroll past. People gonna talk about it. Like I get tired of hearing about that LeBron Jordan shit. But I know that's what people gonna talk about. So what I do? Scroll past it. I used to get caught up in that shit, arguing with the LeBron fans. Nah. I just scroll on past. Cause I ain't in control of shit. I don't tell another motherfucker how to do that. See, people push button shit, and then when they find out you not the guy to get your buttons pushed. Now all of a sudden I'm this old miserable fly. You know, every time I hurt one of your feelings, they want to talk about how old I am. Bob Brown, fuck boy, I don't like you. The rest of the motherfuckers I can deal with, but I don't like you. And if he don't see it, and one of his do boys see it, run tell it. He ain't gonna do shit. Period. You know, he the nigga that'll say some fuck shit like, because he a season ticket holder, he know more than the next fan. Yeah, I name drop folks. So y'all can run and tell it. Yeah, I name drop folks. And if somebody wanna call me to the stage, that's cool. Challenge me to a debate on We Talk Hawks like you did Foot. Like y'all tried to when y'all tried to ambush Foot. Run that shit with me. I bet y'all won't run that with me. Challenge me to a debate. Bring me on We Talk Hawks and think you're gonna ambush me. I told Foot don't do that shit. I told him he was walking into an ambush. So I think you're going to be like Westbrook, become a journeyman. Yeah, man, because trade style of play, that's about to die, man. No, I'm not gonna say that. His style of play ain't about to die. But in today's basketball, like when I was talking earlier about adapting, in today's basketball, bro, um, you gotta be able to defend out there on the perimeter a little bit. Not a whole lot. And back once upon a time, they used to be able to hide bad defense until they start changing these rules. They start changing these rules where the offensive guy basically controls a basketball game. They changed these rules where the offensive guy basically controls basketball game, and they won't, you know, they won't let these kids play defense no more. So from that aspect, he'll he'll still be able to fit in the league, but you definitely can't build around him. We tried it here, and it didn't work. I'm not knocking the organization for trying to build it, for trying to build around him. If it didn't work, it just didn't work. And that's cool. That's all right. But his deficiencies is just too hard to overcome. Yes. I am fully aware of 25-10. That's something. See, that's a fact that I will never see. I never dispute facts. That's why I've never called him trash. And I think now, folks, I don't even really pay attention or take folks seriously that use that word because to me it's just a lazy ass, it's a butthurt ass, lazy ass word because a player ain't looking the way you feel like he need to be looking, or because a player ain't passing your fucking eyeball test. So now he's trash. Get most of that out of these YNs. But people just gotta understand, bro. You on social media, you gonna see a lot of shit. Right now, folks ain't gonna stop talking about Trae Young, probably to the end of the season. And guess what? When the season is over, people may still bring him up. Why? Because he's a former Hawk. I could bring up former Hawks if I want to. You can bring up former Hawks if you want to. And because you don't want to hear it, you can't bitch and complain. Motherfuckers feel like they can bitch and complain me to be quiet. Or the so-called coalition to be quiet. It don't work like that. Get over it, get past it. All right, man, I'm going to shut it down here. Listen, 125 in the morning. Some of y'all got to get up and go to work. I don't. And I'm giddy about that shit. I appreciate you coming in here. Oh, fly guy, man. Fly guy, what's happening with, man? Hug the wife for me, man. Uh, for everybody on True Hawk Talk, I'm Chauncey King. Everybody on OG Truth TV. I'm your man, OG Truth with a 2. Hurts with a Z, and on Midnight Madness. We always seek and speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Make sure y'all hit the buttons, man. And okay, we got a dub coming up soon. We just took 2 ass whoopings out west. The house just went out there to party. If you ask me, they just went out there and fucking party. They went out there to party. Love you, bro. I'ma holler at you. Pete, Pete, hit me up. Let me know what happened with Jerry. So I'ma holler at you though. We out now. For the truth, whole truth, and nothing